most important thing is that the jewelry, where you wear the jewelry for you.
Well, we're going to go ahead and move on to the Selena cuff. That comes in all sterling or 14 karat gold plating. It is over 26.50 grams. Again, who gives you the gram weight in the earrings? That's exactly what Sophie is doing for us. The earrings, the 1-inch hoop was over 10 grams, the 1.5 over 13. Now moving on to your cuff bracelet, we're talking about over 26.5 grams. Small is 6 3/4 inch fit. Average is 7 1/4 inch fit, and a large is an 8-inch fit. Then you're going to tell us whether you want the all sterling silver or do you prefer the 14 karat gold plate over the sterling silver. And there is so much texture on these, yet so smooth on the inside. The cuff bracelet is not meant to meet on the back, so Sophie is actually going to show us her idea on how to put it on, so it's very comfortable and it will not come off that way. But I want you to also realize that you could use any credit card, 5 easy pays at $64. But I have another option, and that is if you have a QVC, our store card, you could do 9 months at only $35.55. So utilize when you see pieces like this, like you have the earrings. If you don't get the cuff bracelet, many times we aren't able to go back and order that again because Sophie has other ideas, and we'll move forward and then you'll lose your opportunity. I just wanted to make sure that you understood that. All right, at 26.5 grams, boxed pouch romance card. Sophie, let's talk about this. Let's talk a little bit about your journey so all of our friends can get to know you a little bit better. Not only that you are a world traveler, but at the age of 5, you already showed your artistic ability with your sketches, and then you really learned how to kind of channel all of that into gorgeous story making.
Yeah, I always was artistic as a child. I wanted to go into design or some sort of art, and it was like the perfect balance for me to do jewelry because jewelry is very sculptural. It has a lot of texture, it's three-dimensional. And so when I fell into the medium of jewelry making, I just felt like it transformed me, but I also loved how it transformed my customers. I had 7 years of a boutique retail store experience. I watched day in and day out with the customers what they wanted, what they were looking for. And this cuff is one of my top sellers. You could see how it's thick enough that it's noticeable on the wrist, but it's not clunky. And one of my clients, she has very small wrists. She said to me, I have not been able to wear a cuff until I met your cuffs. And so the Selena
Lovely.
is her, and she uses it daily. And she says, I love stacking it and I love wearing it on its own. And I'm going to show you a little trick. So
Okay.
a lot of people try to wear their cuff right here where the bone is. Don't do that because all you're doing is hurting yourself. So my little trick is go higher up, go to the softer part of your wrist, and then slide it down. And voila, you have.
Yeah, it looks beautiful and it's totally
Have it.
comfortable. It's also the shape, Sophie, it's the shape of your wrist. So it's not going to be something that bangs a lot on the, if you're working on the computer or on a desk or something like that. And the nice thing about a beautiful bracelet like this is you have given us technique that you don't always see, that you only see in the finest jewelry. You were talking to me about how you actually took chain and laid it over the cuff.
And then we recasted the whole piece again. So these are pieces that you would find in designer houses. The way that I was trained as a metalsmith, and the metalsmiths that I brought on to do these pieces are coming from these fashion houses that have been doing it. These are heritage brands. So the pieces you're getting are designer pieces, designer quality. And you can feel the heaviness in the piece too. It's like substantial, but it doesn't weigh you down. It doesn't weigh your ears down. It doesn't weigh your wrists down. You feel like you can move in it every day. You don't feel like you have to. You could just wear it with all your stacks. If you wanted to go from arm to wrist all the way down, this cuff could be just one of those pieces that stays with you for as long as you need it to. And you can even pass it down. That's whole thing.
Yeah, you truly are